For today's Take 5, I'm here with Robin Spencer-Pickell, or I guess Bobby, depending on who it is. What do you prefer to be called by, I guess, right off the bat?
As long as they don't call me late for eating, I'm good. I don't care.
Okay, we'll go with Robin because that's what I've been going with in our stories. About the Red Tape Ride, which you may have seen on CJDC. It's a movement that spread across the country, went sort of viral on Facebook, I guess you could say. Can you tell us a little bit about how it all started?
Well, I put a rant on my Facebook page one day. I woke up and found out that the Grand Prairie Bug Country Music Festival had been canceled, and I'd been watching things like that happen, and you know, they'd affected me, but not directly like that. For some reason, I'm a country music fan from way back. In the summertime here, we all work hard, and especially during breakup in the summer when we can get away, it's fun to go to those kind of events. And we get some big names come in, and when I'd heard that that had to be canceled for lack of funding, it just hit me that this boom and this bust are way different than other booms and busts have been. And I made a long rant to my friends, and some of them asked if they could share it, and someone asked if we should create an event page and something to do with the red tape. So we created the Red Tape Ride, and I remember when it hit 500, I thought, wow, and then 1,000, and when it hit, we wondered if it could get to 10,000. The fact that it reached 60,000 people it goes to show you how many people are hurting, how many people are feeling the pain and the repercussions of this boom and bust. And
obviously a lot of people in not just this community, but basically all across Canada have gotten involved in the Red Tape Ride, putting up tape, as you can even see behind us there. Can you just explain what you're sort of asking people to do now that the Red Tape Ride has wrapped up? What's sort of your plan for the grand finale?
You bet. Lots of people are letting me know that they're keeping at least a piece of red tape on their vehicle or whatever, just to remind each other when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And so I'm pleased about that. For the rest of it, at the very beginning of this, I had a big concern, and one was, are people just going to hang red tape anywhere and it's going to blow all over the country and maybe strangle a bird? Or, you know, we were really concerned about taking care of our wildlife and our environment in general. So I needed to come up with some way that for sure people will pick up their red tape. If they hung it, don't just leave it for forever. I mean, it's your property, you do what you want, but I wanted to be sure that that was scattered was being taken care of. And I tried to figure out a way to do that, and then it hit me that, you know, I know Christy Clark has seen our red tape. I know Bob Zimmer, I know Pat Pim. I know many of the offices in the NDP have seen our red tape in Alberta. Same thing with Saskatchewan. But has Trudeau seen it? Have we made an impact? I think so. I've heard little scuttlebutts and all that he's certainly said a couple friendly things, not so friendly things, I'm not sure. But let's be sure that he knows. So one way to be sure the red tape was picked up and that's not just flying all over our country was to stick it in an envelope, and it's free to mail it to the Parliament building. We thought we'll address that to Justin Trudeau just so that he understands that this is about cutting the red tape. It's not picking on a government. It's not, let's cut the red tape. And you want to see how much that you're strangling us with? And here's a small portion of it. So it just seemed like the right thing to do to me, and hopefully it works. I do know that there's groups even today getting together, and they've collected some of the red tape that was along highways and all that. They've offered to anybody that's having trouble getting theirs picked up, and you know, because it's calving season or whatever, that they'll come and pick up theirs. And they've done over 700 envelopes, each with some red tape in them to send off. So on top of what everybody's saying on the page that there's a sent or that they're sending it, we've asked most people to, and because of our post office system, more red tape we have to cut, but because of that, we would like people to mail it on May 5th. So, but that's not going to ensure it all gets there the same day anyhow. So some people have started now. And if it's, we picked May 5th because Cinco de Mayo, and there's some kind of freedom that comes with that day, you know, for other countries, and maybe it'll free us of the red tape too. So we're asking that it be mailed by May 5th.
Okay, Robin, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Peter.
All right, that's it for today's edition of Take 5.